Let's face it, poison is the type in Pokemon that always got the short end of the stick. Up until now, poison has only had one type advantage, four types that resisted it, and one type that was outright immune. However, with the announcement of the fairy type, a rumor has spread, thanks to Pokemon Smash, that Sylveon and its fairy brethren will be weak to poison types. I'll link to an article about Sylveon's supposed weaknesses below. If true, though, this will be a moment for many neglected poison Pokemon to shine. If everyone starts packing fairies to beat out the ever-present dragons, it can be assumed that poison types, in turn, will see more usage. With that in mind, we'll need some good new poison types to step up to the plate in Gen 6. Here are some real-world venomous animals that would make good candidates for new poison-type Pokemon. Number 5. The Slowloris. We've seen mammal poison Pokemon based on rabbits, bats, and skunks. So why not a primate? This little devil, in fact, is the world's only venomous primate. The Slowloris creates a toxin in glands on its elbow that is then licked and gives the creature a venomous bite. This would be a great Pokemon to inhabit any forest routes or safari zones, and probably a great user of the Poison Fang move. A fun fact, parent lorises will coat their young in the same poison that they use to bite with. So, with that in mind, Poison Point could be a potential ability. Besides, everyone loves a cute but dangerous character. I can see the Wooby fan art for this thing popping up now. Number 4. The Komodo Dragon and Gila Monster. We've had 3 snake poison Pokemon, so why not base something on another reptile? Both of these lizards have venomous bites. The Komodo Dragon, in fact, is the largest lizard in the world. That could reflect in its design by making the lizard a physical tank, high defense, attack, and hit points. The smaller Gila monster could even evolve into the Komodo Dragon Pokemon. Heck, why not take the dragon of its name and make it poison and dragon type? It's always great we can see a unique type combination after all. Number 3. The flamboyant Cuttlefish and blue-ringed Octopus. We've had Octillery around to represent octopi, but these fatally venomous denizens of the deep show there is potential for another Pokemon to join Tentacruel, Qwilfish, and Skrelp in the water poison department. Despite having names that sound like drinks at a San Francisco gay bar, the way these guys hunt is just brutal. After biting prey to inject them with venom, they then suck out the prey's insides like a deep-sea Capri Sun. The blue-ringed octopus's rings actually change color, which would give us a visually interesting Pokemon in 3D. The flamboyant Cuttlefish utilizes camouflage to hunt prey, which would give us another Pokemon to utilize the move of the same name, since, as of Generation 5, only 5 Pokemon are able to learn it. Number 2. The Crested Rat. Here's another mammal candidate, and I have to admit, I'm biased in that I adore my pet rats. But the African Crested Rat is unique in that the animal doesn't produce poison itself, but smears poisonous tree bark on its hairs to poison would-be predators. For Generation 6, Game Freak has already shown off an electric normal and a fire normal type. So why not normal poison for this one? To reflect the fact that the Crested Rat doesn't create its own poison. I mean, after all, youngster Joey's French cousin needs a top percentage rat of his own. Number 1. The Cone Snail. We were given Snail and Slug Pokemon in Generation 2, but let's face it, Slugma and Magcargo aren't exactly what come to mind when you think of snail Pokemon. Snails may not exactly inspire fear and intimidation, but you haven't met the Cone Snail. You might ask how a snail can be a predator. Well, the answer is a venomous harpoon. The harpoon is fired at prey, instantly paralyzes them when struck, and then is dragged back by the snail to eat. If that wasn't bad enough, some species of this mollusk are among the most venomous on the planet. This one would be a great user of Shell Smash and Spike Cannon, for sure. Okay, now it's time for an honorable mention. The Basilisk. Yeah, so I'm cheating a bit with this one, but since we're on the topic of possible poison Pokemon, I couldn't pass up talking about a candidate for a poison legendary Pokemon. In 5 generations, all elements except poison have been represented with a legend. The Basilisk is described as being so venomous that it leaves a wide trail of deadly venom in its wake, and its gaze is likewise lethal. Now, we have several poison snake Pokemon already, so Game Freak could instead utilize a different design that has been shown for the creature, such as this one or this one. What are your thoughts about this neglected element? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.